day 7. We are 1 week in. Congratulations. Today, we're going to be talking about reduced nutrient absorption. Now, this is something that I see very, very commonly. Anytime there's any kind of low level inflammation in the gut, or if someone's been on a medication that lowers stomach acid or Hashimoto's hypothyroidism. For me, back in my teens, I was a green smoothie drinking Iron Man and I had a host of nutrient deficiencies. And this is what it stemmed from. Digestive function declines as we age with inflammation, and that leads to lower absorption and breakdown of proteins, healthy fats, essential vitamins, and minerals. It's not just about what you eat, but what you digest, absorb, and assimilate into your body. And that is oftentimes where the issue takes place. And we can start to get deficiencies in things like vitamin B12 and vitamin D. For example, if we're trying to address some of the mood changes that we're experiencing with more anxiety, depression, irritability, I'm looking to see B vitamins are made in the gut. That is a huge driver of mitochondrial health, cellular energy production, and brain health. B12, for example, I want it at least 1,000 because if someone's struggling and they're low, let's get that right first. Vitamin D, that's actually a pro-hormone. And so a lot of our other hormones are regulated by cholesterol, vitamin D. Vitamin D is huge in intestinal gut lining integrity. Sometimes if we have low vitamin D, we can't make enough thyroid hormone. We can't reverse insulin resistance. It's also associated with anxiety and depression and serious mental health issues. And so let's make sure that those are optimized. And then a lot of times, a lot of women are low in magnesium. That's critical for hundreds of enzymatic processes. It's calming, helps us poop, helps us with blood sugar. And then iron is something, it's like a Goldilocks hormone. Now, if it's too low, we're going to be totally fatigued and wiped out. We're going to start losing our hair. We're not going to be able to make enough thyroid hormone. If it's too high on the other side, why is our body retaining that? It's going to be very inflammatory. It's kind of like we're rusting out from the inside, essentially. All of this leads to this vicious cycles of more gut issues, more mood and brain issues, more nutrient deficiencies, more fatigue, more blood sugar issues. So even making it down to more food sensitivities, because if we've got gut issues and leaky gut and those partially undigested proteins are leaking into the bloodstream, they're going systemic and ticking off our immune system, causing us to start to become reactive to those foods and those protein sequences. And then also, even if we're eating healthy fats, they're making it down if they're not breaking down well. If we've got sluggish gallbladder and low stomach acid, it might be making it to the colon in these little fat globules. But instead of making our cells nice and healthy, making our brain nice and healthy, they're actually going down to the colon and feeding the microbes, the pathogens, the parasites that we don't want to be feeding. So what do? So start with, of course, a whole foods, anti-inflammatory, nutrient-dense diet. Pick a meal. Sit down, at least one meal per day where you are at the table. You're not sitting at your desk. You're not driving. You're not on the go. Take 3 deep breaths. Say a prayer of gratitude. Put your body into this state of rest and digest mode. And then chew thoroughly to applesauce consistency. Digestion starts in the mouth with amylase enzymes, and that's a huge place to start. From there, a lot of women need digestive support. Things like pancreatic enzymes or betaine HCl is one of my favorites. It's literally stomach acid. So we can see on a gut microbiome test if you have issues with food particles making it to the colon undigested, with weak digestive juices, enzymes, and gallbladder bile acid function, and stomach acid. But a good place to start is really just chewing thoroughly the free stuff, taking a good digestive enzyme when you can, and then pairing meals with bitter liquids, bitter foods. Anything that sort of triggers those bitter taste receptors is going to stimulate your gallbladder, stimulate your own stomach acid production, and help with digesting and breaking down those foods. Not to mention the benefits on your gallbladder, on your blood sugar, on your metabolism, on so many different areas. So seek out things like apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, bitter greens, things like dandelion greens, mustard greens, arugula, watercress, or even like Swedish or digestive bitters. They've been around for hundreds of years, and the research is finally catching up that the benefits are really stacking up. So all of those things. And then of course, testing. Let's make sure that your nutrients are optimized. it's a combination of what you eat, what you digest and absorb, your genetics, if you're able to break it down in that form that you're eating it or supplementing in, and then even like soil depletion and stress. Stress depletes minerals at a really high rate. So there's a combination of factors at play, but let's make sure that we start with what we're eating, how we're eating, and then we can do a little bit of a deeper dive into what nutrient malabsorption we might need a little bit of a supplemental support with. As always, if you need help ordering any kind of labs, feel free to reach out. But congratulations, we are 7 days in to our 30-day hormone reset challenge. And I would love to hear what has made the biggest impact for you so far and what you plan to stick with going forward. See you tomorrow.